So Gibraltar, 2.5 square miles and about 35,000 people. Eric and I were saying that it's kind of like a mini what? Monaco?
Yeah, it's a little bit like a British Monte Carlo down here.
Monte Carlo.
A lot of apartments that could be some tax write-offs, whatever. Anyway, I think it's pretty nicely designed. They came up with a nice little marina, and the Rock of Gibraltar back here, I think it's even mentioned in the Bible.
Is it? So came in here to check out of EU, had a nice overnight trip. I can't say sail because we had no wind, but
And my honey took me to dinner.
oh yeah, fancy dinner in town. Yeah, well, you know, we're quite frugal, so we go to the cheapy places like doner kebabs and McDonald's and cheapy places, little burger joints and stuff. Every once in a while we'll go out and have a nice fancy dinner for a special occasion, but generally we cook on board because we know what's in the food and we know how to cook. So is this another cruise ship? That's a climbing wall, isn't it? On that thing.
Could be. Good way to fall overboard. Nah.
Marella Discovery Valletta.
We've been there.
Lots and lots of heavy metal. We got to pass through it the night before last when we came in here.
Yeah, across the bay is the container dock there. There's some huge container ships coming in. They look like cities.
Yeah, they're giant. We saw one off in the distance. We weren't sure if it was an island or not, except it wasn't on the chart, so we assumed it was not an island. So we're gonna go in here, tie up for fuel, and then head back to Almerimar. Not quite sure if we're gonna do an overnighter or pick an anchorage. We have the leisure to make that choice when we want to make that choice, don't we, babe?
Part of being on a sailboat.
The only problem that we found along this coast is that anchorages are few and far between that you can get, you know, decent protection. They're all exposed one direction or another, so it always depends on which way the wind blows. All right. Stay tuned to further adventures on In a Piece.
Oh, you know what?
What?
There's something else I want to point out. It looks like
What?
most of the big ships have these smaller ships
Oh, yeah.
rafting up to them, including the cruise ship.
I wonder what.
It's something they do around here. I've seen that in Hong Kong in a similar way.
Maybe
Why
those.
This guy's next to the cruise ship. I don't know.
Maybe they do a dual purpose and they work like tugs and onloading and offloading. What do you think? Because there's one over there.
Sure. Well, it looks like this one is actually possibly fueling him up. I think that's what this one is.
Aha.
I see some, you know, fuel pipes on deck, so maybe he's giving him some fuel.
Okay. Could
Maybe
be.
we'll tie up to him. We need fuel,
We need to go ask.
right?
What are you doing over here?
We'll just
What's
wrap
up?
up right next to him.
What's up with you guys? All right. On our way. Stay tuned. Aloha.